All right, well, the topic is trending again, selling Pokemon bulk. So I guess it's time to make another tips and tricks selling Pokemon bulk on TCGplayer and eBay video. So that's what we're going to do today. Newsflash, and if you want to skip to the end of the video to hear my reasoning behind why, it's not worth it to sell bulk. There are reasons why you would sell bulk, and some of those reasons might be the reason why you are currently looking up this video right now. So without wasting any of your time, we're going to get right into my 10 reasons that you should sell bulk, things that you should look out for, things that took me a minute to learn through the last year of going through this. I currently have about 70,000 cards listed on TCGplayer, so I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So one of the first things that I want to say, and I can't stress this enough, is to stay organized. Once you get to a certain point where you have so many cards listed, it is impossible to remember where every single thing is. So alphabetical and numerical order based on set is how I get through it. Now, for my direct orders and my direct account, I use alphabetical because that's the way that my RI, my reimbursement invoice, comes to me, and it makes it a lot easier when you're just boop, 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 through sets. You can bang them out real quick, and the more you get into this, the bigger your reimbursement invoices will get. So speed is everything. Efficiency will kill you. Staying organized, get yourself some of these row boxes. This seems to be the standard of the entire space. Everybody seems to use these. It doesn't really matter the size, just use them. Put a box for each set, a row for each set, whatever you like to do. The next thing that I don't feel like very many people talk about how important this is, but you want to ship quickly. I like to do 24-hour shipping, but sometimes life happens and I don't quite get to it. So TCGplayer gives you 3 days to ship out an order. That is way more than enough time. If you can't find time in 3 days to ship orders, then maybe you shouldn't be selling cards. This business is based around people needing stuff and turning stuff over. So always make sure you're shipping quickly. Learn the game. This is a big one for me because I was a big collector my entire life, but I never really knew anything about the game. Learn the game. Watch some videos online. Just watch some live streams of people playing. Go onto Reddit and do some reading around. Start learning decks. I know there are various websites that you can go on and see what deck is doing better and what cards it contains. I highly advise you to do all that. Use the filter feature on TCGplayer to see what is trending and what's more popular. But just learn the game because rotation is what's going to be your best friend. Cards come in, cards go out. No matter, this is a big one. This took me a minute because I take pride in what I do and I really try to do the best that I can. But people are gonna leave 4-star reviews. Even if you provide the same 5-star service to every single person that orders, you could pack the envelope the exact same way. And people are gonna leave 4-star reviews. You're never gonna make everybody happy, and this is true across all customer service. You're never gonna make everybody happy, and you're going to put yourself out of business trying to make that final 1% happy. So don't even worry about them. 99% is killing it, and believe me when I say it, haters are gonna hate. So we'll just leave it at that. Prices set too low. This is one that I see a lot of people do right off the bat because you just want sales. You just want to ship some stuff out. You just want to feel like you're doing a lot in sales. And a lot in sales doesn't matter if you're not making any money in sales. So make sure your prices are set, I don't even want to say competitively, but to the point where you are going to make money. On this channel, you can go back and watch some other videos. We've talked about thresholds, like paying so much for holos and reverse holos and then selling them for a minimum on TCGplayer with mass price, so you don't got to change each one individually. So if you misprice your cards early on and you only have 50, 60 cards in your store, 100 cards in your store, there's a very good possibility, and I've seen it happen before, I've heard of it happening before, somebody coming in and just buying your whole inventory because you underpriced everything, and that only counts for one sale. If you're trying to grow, and I know I'm ranting here, but if you're trying to grow to level 4 as quickly as possible, that's bad because it's only going to be one sale and they just cleaned out your whole inventory. So make sure your shipping is set correctly and make sure that you have all of your cards priced accordingly to where you will make money. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. I don't really care about subscriptions. They don't matter here on YouTube. So, but I will appreciate that thumbs up. And if you can, throw a comment down below there. That helps the YouTube algorithm recognize my videos. So moving on, I should have been counting, I guess. So what is this, tip 6? Tip 6. Lightly played cards sell. This was a mind-blowing thing to me. Sometimes lightly played cards actually fetch more money than the near mint version. And I don't have anything to put up on the screen to show you. I should have prepared a little bit better, but trust me when I say this. If you get into this far enough, you will see near mint cards are not always the most expensive, which is crazy to me. I sell hundreds of moderately played and lightly played cards a month. I do not do damaged. I highly recommend you stay away from damaged. It's just asking for problems. But if you stay near the lightly played and then you dabble into the moderately played, you will find yourself in a good place. I could not believe the sheer amount of business I was getting from the lightly played. This is a big one too, and it took me getting screwed over a couple times to learn this one. Get tracking on any package over $12. I don't care if you lose money on it, because there's a very good chance that they're going to say they didn't get it, and then you're not only going to be out the cost for the card, you're going to be out the cost for shipping, but you're going to have to refund them fully for it. So you're going to be really out. Just do free shipping. Just do free shipping. The argument can be made on both hands. If you're only shipping a few cards that are worth only a handful of pennies or $1 or $2, then what do you got to lose by risking it? You'll lose $1 or $2. But the same argument can be made that the cards are only worth $1 or $2. Just tack $3.50 worth of shipping on it with tracking, so you can guarantee they're going to get it and you secure your profit. So, just my advice, my opinion. Now, the last two are definitely my opinion based, so take them with a grain of salt or take them fully for what they're worth, but this is just my opinion. I just wanted to make sure I iterated that. So wait 2 weeks after a set releases. This is one that I got burned on really, really bad. I'm trying to remember what the set was. It was Scarlet Violet Base, I know, was a real bad one, like with Miriam's and stuff. I bought a few Miriam's and then they crashed in price, but it takes 2 to 3 weeks for cards to really start finding their bottom. If you just go on Collectr App and you look, you'll see what I mean. Once it starts leveling off, there's a sheer. It's just right off a cliff. And then it starts going a little sideways. That's when you want to try and start buying them, because there's a possibility it might dip a little bit more, but this idea that it's going to go down another 50% or 75% is probably not going to happen. So give yourself that buffer room of 2 to 3 weeks, and then buy cards for a new set that came out. Don't be under the gun trying to just turn them and burn them because you purchased them at what they were worth at 70%, and then now you're trying to turn them and they've already fallen an additional 50% from what you purchased. It's just, you're asking for a bad time. Just hold 2 to 3 weeks, come back when everybody's already opened a bunch of packs, and you'd probably be able to scoop up a bunch of bulk and stuff for average bulk price instead of overpaying because it's a new set. So the last thing that I want to go over, and I mentioned it in the beginning of this video, is selling bulk on TCGplayer is not worth it. You're fighting a losing battle. There are people out there that have employees they pay to do this. There are people out there that have machines, card sorting machines, you can look them up, that do this. You are outmanned, you are outnumbered, and you're outgamed. You're never going to be able to do this, to quit your job, a full-time job, just selling bulk on TCGplayer out of your house. You're just in a losing battle. I just did a very good job of explaining it. I don't need to go over that anymore, but I'm not throwing water on your fire. Can you make money? Absolutely. If you're like me and you open lots of packs with your family and you open lots of packs online, you have to get rid of the bulk somehow. You can just package it up and sell it for $20, $30 for 1,000 cards in mystery lots on eBay or even on TCGplayer. I see people doing that. But somebody else is potentially getting a lot of the value. And me, this is just speaking for me, I like to reinvest my money, whether it's into packs to open with you guys or it's just into cards that I'm looking for my set to sum up some of those loose ends. So I don't like to let other people get my money that I have sitting on the table. So that could be another big reason why some people sell bulk, even if you're not making a bunch of money. And the last real topic with this that I wanted to touch on is if you get to a point like I'm at where you have 60, 70,000 cards, you're going to sell some cards at a loss. You sell cards at 1 penny, 2 penny, 3 pennies. and then you make bank on those cards that you sell for 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, $1. You find those diamonds in the rough. So you're not going to make a bunch of money, but will you move inventory? Absolutely. Will you get the most amount of money out of your bulk? Absolutely, and you'll be able to reinvest those dollars. So I hope some of these tips were able to help all of you. Let me know down in the comments if I'm nail on the head with all of these, if I've completely missed the mark, or if you just absolutely hate my video. So like I said, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you all in the next one, and I appreciate your continued support.